What's popping, guys? Aether here, and welcome back to another battle video. Now I know there's been a bit of a gap between gameplay videos, and I feel like there's a pretty valid big reason you can understand as to why there's not been that many physical gameplay videos, but here we are back again, showing off the starter decks this time. My friend Jack over here is playing the Firestorm starter deck, while I play the Dyson Advent starter deck. Getting right into it, Jack goes first and flips a Babel while I get Crimson 6. Turn 1, Jack plays Camilla, Urban Recon, decides a little bit, and then passes a turn to me. Alright, now on my first turn, I decide to discard Camus to explore a planet, and I get Nova Centauri. And I use that Nova Centauri to play Cybernetic Stalker. I follow that up with the use of Maximum Upgrade on Cybernetic Stalker, which is a card that lets me destroy a Mecha Android I control to get a Mecha Android from the deck with more attack, but obviously it ends my turn. It's a pretty big benefit, but it comes with a pretty decent drawback. So with Maximum Upgrade, I grab Android Superior, and my turn ends and it gets passed to Jack. Quick side note, the Firestorm, Dyson Advent, and the Insect Oracle starter decks are all on sale right now in the Game Crafter, so you can head to the description below and pick one up or a pack. So Jack starts his turn off by discarding Deimos to explore, getting Focus, and on his newly explored planet, Jack plays Babylon Hunter and equips it with Blazing Signet, an equipment which allows it to attack the turn it's played. Jack then decides to attack directly with Camilla, reducing my life to 5. And then he follows it up with his Babylon Hunter, reducing my life down to 4. Good aggressive start for Jack. But quickly after, it's my turn again. I discard a copy of Stalker to flip up Alpha Centauri, and then I play Nanobot Injection, an event that lets me get 2 life, bringing it back even. Shortly after, I play the Android Superior I got last turn, in the column adjacent to the Babylon Hunter. This means he'd have to trade to get over it. But also, I followed up immediately with an Energy Burst, which wipes the field essentially. Energy Burst wipes the field if your opponent has all their stuff in the front row and your unit is bigger. It's a pretty powerful card, but it has very small niche uses, so I only ran one in the starter deck, right? Next we go back into Jack's turn, and I'll let Jack explain to you what he does here.
I'm gonna normal summon my Rowdy Infantry. I swear to God. If you say normal summon one more time. And I'm gonna click it. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh terminology.
Can the planet support that? Yeah, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. This is good audio. Do I go all in? You can't attack him at this turn, though. All I have to do is top deck another energy. You have one card, right? I have one card, yeah. But then you get another card. Local man discovers card draw. He doesn't pass.
So let's get back to commentating, shall we? So I open up immediately with a Battalion Rush, a card that lets me draw a card, and if it's a unit, I can reveal it to give all units of that time an attack boost. Now here I get Siren Belt Mercenary, so the attack boost doesn't matter, but it's still a pretty good draw, and I'm going to play it immediately on Alpha Centauri. Next up, I discard Support Drone to flip up another planet, this time my second Alpha Centauri, and then I pass the turn to Jack, who immediately after starting his turn, remembers that he can just kill my Android Superior, and he does. Jack then follows it up by activating Reforge, a card that lets you discard the munitions you control to draw 2 cards, giving him a fresh hand. And here he draws into a Banner of War, which he plays immediately. Banner of War gives all units on the field +1 attack. Pretty powerful. It used to cost less, but you know, that became a little bit too crazy. Jack then decides to discard Avernus Rogue to explore Babel, and then passes the turn to me. So first things first, I top deck a second Battalion Rush, and use it to draw an event. I decide not to play anything on his turn, and then remember after I pass the turn that I could still attack with Siren Belt Mercenary, so I do, and reduce his life to 5. On Jack's turn, he decides, or is debating mainly, if he wants to play something on Babel, and he ultimately decides to play a backline support on Babel. Then he attacks with backline support and rowdy infantry. Now yes, attacking with backline support here wasn't legal. You don't catch everything, folks. Now it's my turn. On my turn, I decide to play Assembly Line, which was the card I drew last turn, and I get back an Android Superior and an Android Stalker. Dyson Advent's really good for bringing stuff back. You can't play the long game with it, right? You gotta rush it down real quick because things will just keep coming back. I immediately play those cards again on those planets, giving me a wall against what he has, and then I hit for another damage with Siren Belt Mercenary, bringing the game down to 4-4. Jack's turn. Jack decides to discard Thorn and Frost in order to explore Tauros, and then plays Helios 5 on Tauros, which is another small misplay, but again, it's fine. It switches immediately over to my turn, and I make a misplay of myself on a grand scale on this turn. I attack into his Helios 5, right, giving him the card draw. And then I follow that up with attacking into his rowdy infantry with my Android Superior. And then I attack directly with Siren Belt, reducing the game to 3-4. So here I was proud and I passed my turn. And then everybody remembered that Banner of War was still on the field, which means that all of my units died too. You hate to see it, folks. You absolutely hate to see it. So now we're back onto Jack's turn here, and Jack plays a second backline support. The first one attacks me directly, bringing my life down to 3. And then it gets passed back to me. I decide to play an Android Superior I just drew. And then a Starship Engineer, bringing the life back to 3-4. I finish up my turn by attacking directly with Siren Belt Mercenary, who does 1 damage, bringing the life total to 2-4. Jack's turn. Jack draws a card, decides to play Babel Berserker on the planet with Babel, and then decides to use 1 backline to kill Starship Engineer, and the other backline deals 1 damage, bringing the game to 2-3. But unfortunately, when it switches to my turn, I decide to discard a card to explore the planet behind Android Superior, because if that planet had gold, that means I'd win the game because I could move Siren Belt Mercenary. And ultimately, after attacking with Superior, I check if the planet has gold, and it did, which means that was the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle video. I have a few more coming out soon, so as always, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and I hope to see you around on this channel more often. Take care.